Hey, what's good? What's happening? Peace and blessings to everybody, man. I really hope y'all woke up on that time today. I really hope that y'all woke up today and was like, I'ma do what the fuck I want to do and how I want to do it, and today's gonna be this day. I want to speak to y'all about the fear of not finding your purpose in life. You know, the fear of running out of time, right? You are never gonna find your true purpose in life if you're trying to like rush and figure it out. You have to intentionally slow down. If you don't slow down, you're gonna miss it. Think of it as in terms of driving. Since I'm driving right now, you're gonna miss your exit if you don't slow down. You gotta know what your destination is, and you gotta think about how far you have to go. Now, you get in the slow lane, you're gonna get to where you're trying to go, for sure. You're gonna see a lot more, you're gonna learn a lot more. It may take you longer, but you're gonna have a certain type of experience. And the only way that you miss your exit, or you miss your mark, or you don't find what your purpose is if you lose focus. Not staying on course, not paying attention. But if you want to get in the fast lane and you try and get your destination faster, it's more risk you're taking on, right? But even with that more risk that you're taking on, if you want to go fast, right, you're saying, man, fuck that shit. I want to figure this shit out right now. I ain't got time to waste. Blah, 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 blah. All right, cool. You need to find a mentor. You need to find somebody who's already been to your destination. So that way they can tell you, hey, this is when you need to slow down. This is when you need to get over. This is when you need to do this. This is when you need to do that. Because if not, then you guessed it, right? You're going to miss out. Then you have to turn around and do the shit all over. Or go through some unnecessary bullshit that you had no business going through in the first place if you just would have humbled yourself, got you a mentor. Or you would have said, you know what? Let me just slow down and make sure that I get there. But don't fear about not finding your purpose, because that's gonna confuse you and talk you out of it and delay actually your success. You know, I don't know if you pray, I don't know if you meditate, I don't know what it is that you do, but whatever you do, even in doing that, that's slowing down. Take a moment to not think about the destination. Take a moment not thinking about how I'm gonna get there, how fast I'm gonna get there, and just think about, okay, let me be in tune with myself, and let me inspire myself to get there. Simply by doing that, if you believe enough, right, it's gonna put you in the right direction. I ain't telling you something somebody done told me. I'm telling you what I know. Now, have I made it to my destination? A few of them. I made it to a few of them. But truth be told, I don't have no final destination. I got destinations. You feel me? I got destinations. I got a couple of them. I exit off, stop over here, do this, do that. I got a couple of them. And the only way that I got there is by slowing down. And if I felt like I wanted to get there a little bit faster, I got me a mentor to make sure that I got to the right location and I ain't at the wrong spot. But as men, especially, you know, older men, when you start like approaching 40, even though I ain't there yet, but when you start approaching 40, that's when, especially if you haven't made it to your even one destination, right? That's when depression start kicking in. That's when anxiety start kicking in. That's when stress start kicking in. And it's only because you've been unsuccessful at life. It's because you haven't done what you thought you should have. Well, did you think that you can get where you should be if you didn't put in any work? Did you think that shit should just magically appear in your hand and in your lap? Nah, man, you gotta go after shit. And I'll tell you something else that I heard too that kind of stuck with me, and that is the way that God answers our prayers is God answers our prayers by presenting us with the opportunities to get the things that we asked for or prayed about. And if you be mindful enough and recognize the opportunity, right, and take advantage of that moment, oh man, shit. Don't forget to tell God thank you. You know, it took you and God to achieve that. Now, it's a different level once you get it. You gotta keep it, maintain it, or multiply it. And last time I checked, whenever God gives you something and you multiply it, you get more. And not just because you multiplied it, but because God told you to multiply and you multiplied it. So not only would you multiply what you have, but God gives you more because God can see that, hey, if I give you more, you ain't gonna do nothing but get more. You know? And if you're a righteous type of person, you ain't gonna do nothing but do more and do more of the right. So, you know, if you going through life right now and, you know, you having a fear of not finding your purpose, it's gonna be okay. I hope this video helps you to just slow down, figure out what you is. Don't trip if you change your mind though. Like, don't trip on that. Like, I get it. I urge you to find what it is. But you won't never find out what it is that you're supposed to be doing with your life. You will never figure out your purpose if you never figure out yourself first. You may need to spend some time alone. You may need to ask your parents, what type of person were you growing up? Because they seen you from a different lens. Do some self-evaluation. Do some therapy if that helps. You gotta figure out who you are first. So that way you can figure out what your purpose is. Because the answers have been there all this time. You just never done the work to look for them. Look for those clues. Look for those signs. Don't get caught up in trying to live somebody else's purpose. That's a mistake that a lot of people make too. I made that mistake as well. Like, don't be trying to live nobody else's purpose. Do what's meant for you, because ain't nobody gonna be able to do it like you. And that right there is the shit that's gonna separate you from everybody. So as always, man, I love y'all. Take care of y'allself, right? Love on the right people and stay dangerous. Peace.